Terry Mclaurin, otherwise known as how I refer to him, Scary Terry, he has requested a trade from the Commanders. Now, what does this mean for the Commanders? Well, it's a very big thing because Scary Terry has been the number one receiver for the Commanders for the past 5 years, and for the past 3 years, as long as I've been playing fantasy football, I have taken Scary Terry every single year, and we're going for our 4th year straight. I'm going to get Scary Terry in my fantasy draft. That is 100% guaranteed. But what does this also mean? If Scary Terry Mclaurin, ends up getting his trade request approved and getting traded, this is going to be a big loss for the Commanders. And this is going to be a big loss for Jaden Daniels. Because let's not forget, Jaden Daniels and Terry Mclaurin as a partnership last year were doing so very, very well. And Scary Terry, I'll say this right now, he's one of the most underrated wide receivers that's out there in the NFL because he's underappreciated. And the reason why he requested a trade is because at this current standpoint right now, the Commanders and himself cannot come to a contract agreement. He's looking for a new contract. He deserves to get paid the money, I will say this right now. And at a certain point right now, he's the one that can help Jaden Daniels develop. If you want a rookie quarterback to do well, you need an experienced wide receiver. And Scary Terry, at 28, 29 years old, he is a very experienced wide receiver. So when it comes to him requesting a trade, do I think that he will get traded from the Commanders? I honestly don't think so. I don't think he'll get traded from the Commanders. I believe at a certain standpoint, he's going to try and get interest from other teams and try and see what other teams can interest him. And maybe talk to some other teams about what they could possibly pay him and kind of use it against the Commanders to get a better contract. Like I said, the NFL just started with the first preseason game last night. The NFL season doesn't start for another month, and within the space of the next month, they know that they're going to need Scary Terry. If they want to be a contender in the NFC East, which they're going to be at least contending with the Philadelphia Eagles next season, they're going to need their number one wide receiver. So this is the reason why they basically have a whole month to deal with this. If Scary Terry just doesn't feel like signing a contract, then that's fair enough. But in all in terms of standpoint, after being one of the most underrated wide receivers for the past couple of years, dealing with some injuries, coming back from it, but still overall being a very good wide receiver, I think that Scary Terry should get paid as one of the top receivers because I say this right now, if I'm going top 10 receivers, Scary Terry is at least in the top 10 or just outside the top 10. So when it comes to him and him requesting a trade from the Commanders, I just don't see Scary Terry requesting a trade from the Commanders, and I just don't see him and the Commanders ever breaking up, at least for the time being right now. Maybe in the plain simple future, but for right now, he is an important piece for the development of Jaden Daniels. Because can you imagine if you went from Scary Terry to, let's say, they got Debo, but Debo's even injured, and Debo's only on a 1-year contract. So would you really want your quarterback to be with the receiver that only has 1 year and you may not know if he'll stay for next year? No, you want a veteran option that you know is a very good team leader. Scary Terry's there. He's going to be there. And I don't think that any of this that's going on right now, when it comes to it, Terry McLaurin requesting a trade, I do not expect Terry McLaurin to get traded, and I expect him to stay with the Commanders and Jaden Daniels for the foreseeable future.